This is CBN News. Two people were killed, including a 3-year-old child, and at least 31 people were wounded in a Russian ballistic missile attack on a 5-story residential building in the center of Ukraine's Kharkiv, the region's governor Oleh Syniehubov wrote on Telegram. Russia's Ministry of Defense denied responsibility for the attack, claiming it was caused by the detonation of Ukrainian ammunition and was meant as a distraction from a deadly attack the day before on the village of Korli in a Russian-occupied part of the Kherson region. The death toll from the drone strike on a hotel and cafe in Korli rose to 28 people. The region's Russian-installed governor, Vladimir Saldo, told Russia's state-run TASS news agency. Saldo also said that more than 60 people were injured in the attack. Ukraine has responded to the strike by saying it does not target civilians. Ukraine's Deputy Prime Minister Oleksiy Kuleba said in a post on Facebook that Ukrainian authorities have decided to evacuate more than 3,000 children, along with their parents, from 44 frontline settlements in Ukraine's Zaporizhia and Dnipropetrovsk regions due to Russian aggression. A Ukrainian attack on the electricity grid in the Russian-occupied Zaporizhia region of Ukraine left 1,777 households without power, Russian-installed regional governor Yevgeny Belitsky wrote on Telegram. Russian forces shot down 64 Ukrainian drones overnight into Friday, Russia's defense ministry said, according to TASS. Ukrainian monitoring site Deep State reported Russian forces seized more land in the Mirnorod and Pokrovsk areas of Ukraine's Donetsk region, as well as in Svitla in the Ternopil region. The Russian army captured more than 5,600 square kilometers, 2,160 square miles, or nearly 1% of Ukrainian territory in 2025, according to an analysis of data from the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, which works with the Critical Threats Project. According to the AFP news agency, the land seized by Russian forces last year was more than in the previous 2 years combined, but less than the 66 kilometers, 23,160 square miles Russia took in 2022, the first year of its all-out invasion. The death toll from a Russian ballistic missile attack in Ukraine's Kharkiv on Friday rose to 4 after it struck a 5-story residential building in the center of the city, according to state media. The Ukrainian forces clashed 191 times with the Russian army in different parts of the front line, with the heaviest fighting reported in Pokrovsk and Huliaipole, according to an army update. Russia's Ministry of Defense claimed that its forces captured the settlement of Bondarn in Ukraine's Donetsk in the latest gain made in the contested region. The Russian military repelled 2 attacks by the Ukrainian army attempting to break through to Kupiansk in the Kharkiv region, where Moscow made recent gains, the Russian Defense Ministry reported. The Russian air defense systems shot down 90 Ukrainian drones over Russian regions overnight, the ministry said. One of 2 high-voltage lines supplying electricity to the Russian-controlled Zaporizhia nuclear power plant in Ukraine, which Moscow captured in the early days of the invasion, has been disconnected, the Russian management of the station said. Security advisors from Ukraine's top allies met in Kyiv for talks on a United States-brokered plan to end the war with Russia, including the United Kingdom, France, and Germany, as well as representatives from NATO and the European Union. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Kyiv hopes for a leaders' summit in the U.S. by the end of January to discuss proposals on how to end the war with Russia, following a separate European leaders' meeting in Paris next week. U.S. President Donald Trump said he was frustrated with Russian leader Vladimir Putin over the continued war in Ukraine, repeating that he had initially believed that ending the war would have been easy. Zelensky has proposed Defense Minister Denis Shmyhal to become the country's new energy minister and first deputy prime minister. CBN News Report, bringing you the latest world news update. Thank you for watching.